Ayo, welcome to episode 4 of Create This Book 3 by Moriah Elizabeth and Ashleigh Monet. That would be me. I have epically major news this week. Within the last couple of days, we have not only hit 1,000 subscribers, we exceeded it. Later in the episode, I'm gonna circle back to that. But for right now, we have 3 prompts to tackle this week. It was supposed to be 4, but if you remember in the last Create This Book 3 video, I ended up adding a prompt at the end of that video just like as an afterthought. And unfortunately, that prompt comes out of this week's video. So only 3. But enough of me talking. Let's jump right in and see what I can create. For our first prompt this week, create a screenshot. Document a text conversation from your phone. So this prompt didn't leave a lot to the imagination. I basically just had to pick something that already existed and replicate it. Let's be real, 90% of my texts are between my husband and me. I'm not gonna share anything juicy here, but I chose this nice G-rated one as I feel like it's a fair record of what our daily conversations look like. These are all texts I sent him. Sometimes I'm alone, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I'm alone, hello. A true if you know moment. But these are the lyrics from the viral Lonely Cat song by the Kiffness. If you're unfamiliar, I'm adding a link to the video description. Check it out, join the inner circle. You will not regret watching it. However, you will be at risk of getting the song stuck in your head constantly. I can only assume that is what prompted this particular text exchange. I likely had the song stuck in mine and decided to rope Cody in on it by sending the lyrics, thereby sealing his fate. But I didn't stop there. Also, you need to get in on this loaf of bread. It's so square. Amazing. Apparently, I felt the need to share what appears to be the highlight of my day. Sad, I know. But I was truly mystified by this grilled cheese sandwich I made with this bread that was astoundingly square. So square. These are the things that excite me. Okay, let's catch up here. I copied all of the texts and I'm doing the line work for my grilled cheese drawing. I'm going to use watercolor for the background. My paper immediately started warping real bad, but I'm not about to use watercolor paper, people. It'll make the book too thick and I'm cheap. It's okay, I can work around it. Now time to color. I chose to use my alcohol-based markers. To be honest, I probably should have done colored pencils if I wanted a more realistic look. But I was feeling pretty rushed this week, and this was faster. Anyways, couple of highlights and on to the neighboring page. In trying to decide what image would best accompany this thread of text, I landed on a tasty, melty grilled cheese. And not just any grilled cheese, the grilled cheese, on practically perfectly square bread. A grilled cheese that deserves to be memorialized. And now for coloring. Again, I think the markers were a bad call. I still haven't gotten a skin tone marker set. But Christmas is coming, so Santa, maybe? Anyways, as a result, I struggled with the colors, trying to get them right, trying to get them blended. I just don't have a lot of midtones in this color family, so blending is tricky. I was so not happy at this point, so I decided to work at it a little more off camera, and I hate it. Rather than continuing to obsess about it, I moved on to other parts of the drawing. The nails, the toast, that was another doozy. Very hard to nail that texture and very specific burn pattern. But lastly, the cheese, which is the one part I actually felt came out okay. Not a total loss. I don't know, maybe I'm being too hard on myself, but this honestly just felt like a bit of an off week for me. Anyways, I added a little liner, and after a little more shading and highlights, it was ready to go in the book. But nothing can be that easy, right? Like a dummy, I hadn't factored making space for the prompt cutout. I was able to cut a bit away, but not enough to reveal the entire prompt. So on a separate sheet, I wrote the rest of the prompt to look like another little text bubble and then glued it onto the page. And then I didn't go nuts with coloring in the prompt. I just colored the camera in black and illuminated the font with a nice cheese-colored yellow glow. Glue everything in. And here it is, a moment in time, captured forever in a screenshot. You know what? Looking at it as I'm editing, it's really not that bad. Okay, prompt number 2. Create a menu. Make your own restaurant menu. Don't forget to give your restaurant a name. Changing it up and starting by decorating the prompt first. What? Wildcard! Drew a little black menu over the word menu. colored in the pancakes, and then rewrote the word menu just a little bit fancier. Couple of highlights, taped off the edges.
And I want to paint it black.
My end goal is to have this menu look like the chalkboard menus you might find in a little bistro. Now let's discuss my restaurant. I decided to call it Mama Monet's. And the menu will consist of, well, what I guess I would call my signature home-cooked dishes. These are the meals that my kids and husband request time and time and time again. I was able to divide these dishes into 4 main categories: breakfast, Mexican, beef, and chicken. Not random at all. Starting with breakfast, my dishes are eggs Benedict, cream of wheat, and steak and eggs. In the Mexican category, I've got tamales, chili rellenos, and steak street tacos. Under beef, we've got steak and veggies, spaghetti, beefy chili, and shepherd's pie. Lastly, we have chicken, fried chicken, blackened chicken, curry chicken, and chicken sushi. Let's dive deeper into these. I've discussed my eggs Benedict before. It's basically the standard English muffin, Canadian bacon, poached egg, and hollandaise, but my special twist is adding cheese to it. A little extra pop of tasty. I was using gel pen to write these details because it had a finer point than my paint pen. However, this comes back to bite me in a major way at the end. Stay tuned to watch me fail. On to cream of wheat. My kids are obsessed with it, and it's so easy to make. For Mama Monet's special touch, I add some vanilla extract, brown sugar, and if I'm feeling extra, top it with some fresh fruit. Steak and eggs. Every once in a blue moon, I like to splurge and sear up a steak for breakfast. Alongside eggs, it's simple but so satisfying. Let's talk tamales. I'm very protective over my tamale recipe. All you need to know is I make pork green chili tamales with a heavily spiced masa. They're quite the hit. Chili rellenos. My rellenos are not the traditional egg white rellenos. I like them crispy. If you've never had them before, it's basically a green chili pepper stuffed with Monterey Jack cheese, battered and fried. Now for steak street tacos, just some marinated carne asada, onions, and cilantro in corn tortillas. I always make a kickin' avocado salsa to go along, and sprinkle on a little cotija cheese if I'm feeling bougie. Steak and veggies. Beauty is in the simplicity here. Humble brag, I do cook a mean steak. Now pair that with whatever veggies are in season. Corn on the cob, spinach, broccolini, and asparagus are some of our favorites. Spaghetti. It's nothing fancy, pretty much everyone can make spaghetti. Although my spaghetti actually uses angel hair. Better sauce to noodle ratio. And I season the out of my sauce. Bland spaghetti, not at Mama Monet's. My beefy chili is top notch. Not too spicy, but packed with flavor. Great on its own in a bowl, or smothered atop some fries. Now my shepherd's pie recipe is a hand down from my mama, but it's my son's favorite. Potatoes, beef, gravy, veggies, and a little cheese, all baked to a crisp. My slightly spicy fried chicken is one of my personal favorites. I air fry all of my chicken. Nuggets, tenders, sandwiches, you name it, I do them all. Blackened chicken is a similar flavor profile, packed with spices, but grilled instead of fried. Curry chicken. This is just chicken over some turmeric, cilantro, lime rice, topped with a spicy curry sauce. But Cody is obsessed with that one. And chicken sushi. Mama Monet doesn't really get down with seafood, but I still love rolling my own sushi. So I combine rice, cream cheese, jalapeno, avocado, and cucumber in a roll, and in lieu of, say, tuna, I throw in teriyaki chicken instead. 'Tis divine. Well, now that I have the menu laid out, it's time to add some art. I really wish I could have painted all of these dishes, but there just wasn't enough room on the page. So I chose a few to highlight. The best of the best. I did steak and eggs, cream of wheat, eggs Benedict, steak street tacos, tamales, my red chili, spaghetti, fried chicken tenders, and chicken sushi. I was using acrylic paint on these, and I was kind of impressed with the level of detail I was able to get on such small scale images. It was pretty tricky and took some time. Music, anyone? Okay, ages later, here it is with the foods finished. To really sell that chalkboard vibe, I smudged some white chalk pastel all over the place. And I was feeling like these meal label headers needed to stand out a bit more, so I gave each one a little color glow. Then for the final step of Mod Podge. Remember how I said the gel pen would come back to haunt me? Well, apparently gel pen and Mod Podge don't get along. They're not friends. Despite being totally dry by this point, all of my gel pens smeared and I was devastated. This page took so much work and it looked so good to start, and now I think it looks so ugly with these smears. And the Mod Podge basically erased the chalk smudges altogether. Ugh, why? We interrupt this program to bring you this important message. Okay, so I told you we'd circle back to the whole 1,000 subscriber thing. This is the channel's first major milestone, and honestly, it's like the most important one to me. Because now this isn't just a hobby. Now I can get paid for doing this. I mean, they throw ads in all my videos anyways. Might as well cha-ching, cha-ching, right? But I really want to show you guys just how much I appreciate you supporting my channel. And in general, just being like awesome people. I swear, in the comments, you guys are so great. So with that being said, I have 3 announcements of ways I'm going to celebrate. First, I will be doing my first little giveaway. Now, I'm thinking some of you watching may be inspired to create your own books now. So I will be sending a copy of the newest edition, Create This Book 3, to 2 lucky subscribers so that you can create right along with me. All you have to do is be a subscriber, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below, Create This Book 3 is awesome. And voila, you'll be entered. Now, I do love all of my international subscribers, but I do think this giveaway is limited to the US just for shipping reasons. And the 2 winners will be chosen completely at random by me on Wednesday, December 20th, at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. I really wish everybody could win, but there's only 2 winners, so best of luck to ya. Now, if a giveaway is not your jam, that's okay. I've got more coming. The second order of business is with all these new lovely faces in the audience. I want to give you guys the opportunity to get to know me better. So I will be doing my channel's first ever Q&A. Now's your chance to ask me anything you want to know. I'm an open book, so really ask whatever. It can be about my life. It could be about art. It could be what my favorite cheese is. Don't ask me that. It's mozzarella, by the way. You can leave your questions in the comments section. I'm sort of thinking with the giveaway, the comments might be bombarded, so hopefully I won't miss any. Personally, I prefer that you find me on Instagram and send me a DM with your questions. Don't even bother with TikTok. I don't answer TikTok. Depending on the rate at which the questions come in, I'm hoping to put that Q&A out around Christmas time. And it'll be a bonus video alongside my normal videos. And my final little way of celebrating 1K, I'm gonna start doing channel shoutouts. Yeah, just like that. You'll have the opportunity to have your name appear in one of my videos. Between the giveaway and the Q&A, I do feel like that's kind of a lot to take on at this particular moment. So I do want to wait until the new year to start doing the shoutouts. But just keep your eyes on my videos, and once I'm ready to do them, I'm gonna give you guys all of the instructions to get one. And now, let's get back to the regular video. Yay, 1K! Okay, last prompt for the week. Create a robot. What would your robot be used for? Draw all of its functions. So I had 2 robot ideas that would be practical for my life. The first was a house cleaning robot. I feel like I clean and clean and clean, and once I'm done cleaning one thing, there's something else that needs to be cleaned. It's so annoying, and how nice it would be to have a robot to do it all for me. My second idea was a beautician robot. I've said before that getting dolled up is usually bottom priority with everything I have to do on a normal basis. How nice it would be to have my very own robot to do my hair, nails, and makeup, to pamper me daily and always have me walking around feeling my absolute best. Spoiler alert, I chose that one. Apparently feeling good and a healthy mental state trumped the effort of having to clean my house. I decided that since the grilled cheese marker piece didn't work out so well, I'd use watercolor instead to lay down my background on this one. For the background color, I chose this obnoxious pink. Like, what color just screams cheesy 90s makeover montage? It's pink, of course. For the overall picture, I've got this beauty bot, and she is just dolling me up from head to toe. Got her giving me a fresh blowout. She's painting my nails, a little makeup. Heck yes. Okay, base colors. First, my skin. I definitely got closer to my actual skin tone with the watercolor than the markers and much smoother blends, so good call, Ashleigh from the past. You did good. You guys know I love red, so I chose to do a bunch of red accents. My nails, the hairstyling tools, the Beauty Bot's wires, and this big kablam shape in the background. It's gonna be a label later. Then at this point, I switch back to alcohol markers. I laid down a few grays for the base color of my Robo Girl. I honestly debated trying to make her look much more humanoid in appearance, but this is a robot prompt. I feel like part of the fun is drawing the chrome and the wires and the bolts and the gears. Besides, she's brand new, hasn't been thought of before. She's the Generation 1 prototype. They wouldn't spend that much money on appearance until they knew that she functioned effectively first, right? I love how I'm like they. Who's they? The secret robot lab people, okay? Now for my hair, which is rocking the most luscious, voluminous blowout. I can dream. Okay, with all the base colors done, let's do liner and shading real quick. Heck yeah! Juicy highlight time! Mod Podge, hey, no drama this time. And for the prompt. Just the same obnoxious pink background, and use my silver metallic gel pen to make this cute little robot doodle pop. Cut out my picture, glue it in the book, and another week down. I actually do like this one, best of all three. Overall, not my best week, but I've said before that I like to end on something that I at least enjoy, so mission accomplished. Let's recap this week, as always. We created a screenshot. A little snippet of a totally average text conversation between me and my husband. I don't even remember what his response was to this. Probably, oh my God, you're so funny. How did I end up with such a funny, amazing wife? We created a menu. My menu was a collection of my homemade dinners that are most enjoyed and requested by my family. And while the menu appears to have no real cohesive theme or food type, that's okay. There's something for everyone. It all comes together at Mama Monet's. And lastly, we created a robot, specifically the Beauty Bot, my very own android with the sole mission of keeping me looking a solid 10 daily. Hair, makeup, and nails always on fleek. Do the kids even say that anymore? No. Well, thank you for spending yet another awesome week with me. And thank you to my 1,000+ subscribers. Don't forget to enter that giveaway by Wednesday, December 20th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, send me your questions for my upcoming Q&A, preferably on Instagram, but you can try the comments if you'd like. Until next time, goodbye.